Today, we're not just going to share more tips, we're going to lay out the real path to English fluency. This is the one that breaks through that fear, builds actual confidence, and completely changes how you speak and even think in English.
So, does this sound familiar? You've downloaded the apps, you've watched all the grammar videos, you listened to the podcasts, and yet you still feel stuck, right? You're still translating in your head, you feel nervous, and you're just not truly fluent. Well, you are definitely not alone. Let's figure out why that is, and more importantly, how we're going to fix it. Okay, let's dive right in. The whole issue, the core problem, is right here on this slide. It's the gap between passive study and active fluency. See, fluency isn't something you just absorb by listening, it's something you build by doing. It's kind of like the difference between reading a book about how to swim and actually jumping in the pool. Too many of us are stuck in that left column, memorizing, studying, when all the real progress happens on the right, using the words, actually speaking, and training your mouth. So the first, and honestly the most crucial step we have to take, is to change how we think about learning. The whole journey to speaking with confidence, it starts with a really powerful shift in your mind, way before you master any of that complex grammar. This right here, this is probably the single biggest mistake that learners make. They're waiting. They're waiting until they feel ready. But I'm going to tell you the truth. You will never feel ready. Confidence isn't some ticket you need to get into the show. It's the trophy you get for showing up and doing the work. It comes after you speak, not before. You learn to speak, well, by speaking. So, how do we start speaking more naturally? We have to shut down that little translation machine in our heads. You know what I mean, right? When you hear a question and your brain starts scrambling to translate it, think of an answer, and then translate it back, it's just too slow. That delay is what kills your confidence and the flow of a real conversation. The real goal here is to build an English mind. And here's exactly how you can start building that English mind. Like today. It's a really simple 3-step process. First, just label, silently, in your head. Name the things around you. Desk, window, lamp. Simple. Second, narrate. Describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee. I'm walking to the door. And third, express. Practice simple thoughts. I feel tired. I'm excited for this. You see? You're connecting English directly to your life, and that's what builds the pathways for fluency.
Okay, so now that we've got the mindset right, let's build your daily action plan. Because speaking isn't just a mental game, it's a physical skill. It's like learning to play the guitar or ride a bike.
Now this is one of the most powerful tools in your entire toolkit. It's called shadowing. A lot of learners have brains that are just packed with English knowledge, but their mouths haven't had the training to actually form the words smoothly. Shadowing is like a workout for your mouth. It trains the muscles to make all the English sounds, the rhythm, the intonation, completely automatically.
And look how simple it is to get started. Just find any short audio clip or a video. Listen to just one sentence. Then hit pause and immediately repeat it out loud. Don't even worry about being perfect. Just try to copy the sound, the rhythm, the music of it. I'm telling you, 5 minutes of this a day is way more powerful than an hour of just passively listening. Okay, let's talk about vocabulary. We've all been there, right? Trying to memorize these huge, long lists of words. The problem is that words in isolation are so easy to forget. They're kind of like bricks that you're just carrying around, but you're not actually building anything with them. They're just heavy, and eventually, you drop them. So, the whole point is to actually build something with those bricks. Just look at this slide. Instead of just trying to memorize the word confident, you learn it inside real sentences, like, I feel confident when I speak English, or confidence comes from daily action. Now your brain connects that word not just to a definition, but to a feeling, a picture, a structure. And that is what makes vocabulary stick for good.
This is such a fundamental truth, right? You can't fix something if you can't even hear that it's a problem. And you can't improve what you don't measure. So many learners feel lost because they never actually track their own progress. If you want to stay motivated, you have to see the results. You've got to become your own coach.
And here's a simple but seriously effective way to do that. Just once a week, pick any topic, hit record on your phone, and just speak for 2 minutes. Then listen back. And don't judge yourself, just be curious. Notice things. But the real magic happens when you save that recording and next week you compare it to your new one. You will literally hear your own growth, and trust me, that is the best motivation you can possibly get. Next up, let's talk about your environment. See, fluency isn't something that gets built in a little 30-minute study session. It's built by actually living with the language, by weaving it into every single part of your day. Just think about it for a second. A plant grows because it's in the right environment, with the right light and water. You are no different. If you create a space around you, both a physical one and a digital one, that supports your goal, you are going to grow so much faster than you ever thought possible. We have to make English totally unavoidable.
So you've got to create your own immersion bubble. And you can start today with really simple changes, just like the ones you see here. Switch your phone's language to English. Easy. Turn your social media feed into a learning tool by following some English-speaking accounts. Have some English audio just playing in the background while you're cooking or cleaning. And this last one is critical. Protect your mind. Stay away from negative or discouraging people. Your environment has to support your mission.
All right, let's get to our final and maybe the most important section here. This is about the #1 reason that learners fail: impatience. We live in this world where we expect instant results for everything, but, well, language learning just doesn't work that way. Look, fluency is a long, amazing journey. It's not a short little trip. In the beginning, yes, it will feel slow, and you will make a lot of mistakes, but that is not failure. That's just what growth looks like. You know, if you plant a seed, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing, right? You just water it consistently. Your English is exactly the same. You have to be patient. And this right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. 30 minutes of focused, active practice every single day will always beat 5 hours of cramming once a week. It's the small, repeated actions over time that build massive fluency. It is not about being perfect, it's all about being persistent. So, I want you to stop seeing yourself as someone who is learning English. From this moment on, start seeing yourself as an English speaker who is just getting better every day. Fluency isn't a destination you arrive at, it's an identity you decide to step into. It starts right now, the moment you make that decision. So the question isn't, when will you be ready? The question is, what will you, as an English speaker, say first?